Yes, indeed, Zoe. The world continues to mourn the loss of arguably one of the greatest rugby players to come out of New Zealand, possibly of all time, Jonah Lomu, who tragically passed away in New Zealand this week. Of course, having skyrocketed into the spotlight, it's, I think, the sport's first real global superstar in 1995. Jonah returned to South Africa earlier this year for the making of a very special documentary that hoped to inspire those with a dream to never give up, and it's called The Book of Jonah L.
Anything can happen. I came from an area where I was told I was never going to play rugby at the top level. And I ended up coming here in '95 and making my name here. And it just went on from there. So dreams can happen. It's up to you, man. And every opportunity is given to you. You know, you got an opportunity now.
The time has come for a new journey about what rugby has given to me, a journey about life and humanity.
True servant of the game, and I think very emotionally connected to South Africa, obviously. And another man, I think I can say the same about Springbok legend Stefan Terblanche, who played alongside Lomu and was, of course, a friend of Jonah's, joins us on the line now to honour this icon of rugby. Stefan, first of all, a very good morning, and our condolences to you and the rest of Jonah's friends. A totally unexpected loss, I think, this week. You obviously had the opportunity to have a dinner with him recently in England before the Rugby World Cup final. At that stage, Stefan, were there any signs that he wasn't well? What were his spirits like?
Good morning, Graham, and good morning, all the viewers. Yeah, his spirits was great. You know, it was a wonderful evening. He had the unstoppable Jonah Lomu tour through the whole of the UK, obviously with the Rugby World Cup. A lot of excitement in and around England and around rugby. And, you know, that night he was even on stage with the Maori, the entertainment group there, singing Maori songs and, of course, doing the fearsome haka for us. So he was in good spirits. He, you know, got a little bit tired towards the end of the night. But, you know, if you told me 3 weekends ago when we had dinner that he was going to pass away 3 weeks later, I would have said no chance. He's just too healthy for that.
In absolute shock, like the rest of the rugby world at the moment. And of course, as a youngster watching him come onto the scene in 1995, we were all blown away by his unbelievable talent and natural ability. You got to play alongside him back in 2000, playing for the Barbarians, get to experience firsthand his ability to outpace, to outmuscle, outwit opponents. What do you think made him such an incredible player?
Well, I mean, there are a couple of things, and you know, just before we talk about playing alongside him, which was quite a relief for me, having to mark and play against him. So many other times. It was my first game for the Sharks in 1998. We were playing in Kings Park, and it was quite having a few sleepless nights because I was marking him. It was my first game for the Sharks. You know, he was running over people left, right, and centre, and you know, and the other wing was Jolie Videre, also 112 kilograms. So you can imagine it was quite a tough week for me going into the game. But you know, he was big, he was strong, he could go over you, get around you. I mean, you know, he was just one of those players that you knew you were up against. And then to have the opportunity with the Barbarians to play with him against Scotland and some of the European teams, it's quite nice because the Barbarians are still that. You know, even though it's a professional era, they still treat it a little bit like amateur. We have a few drinks before the game, get you meet your opposition that you usually play against them. Sorry, and yeah, it was just good to meet him in that space.
Oh man, Stefan, our condolences go out to you and the rest of the rugby fraternity. A once-in-a-lifetime player, but also a once-in-a-lifetime man and human being, and I think certainly leaving a massive hole in the game. So, Stefan, please pass on our condolences to the Lomu family as well.
Well, thank you very much for having a chat.
A very sad week in the world of rugby, the passing of Jonah Lomu, one of the greatest players at, I think, just the age of 40, a real tragedy. Well, music on the way now, Leigh-anne.